Going live. What's up, everyone? Hopefully this is working here. This is my first time broadcasting both to Facebook and YouTube at the same time using Crowdcast. So ready or not, here we go. I'm going to just wait for a few people to show up. I don't expect anyone to show up here on Crowdcast that I'm actually looking at. So I'm going to take a look at my Facebook page. And you could also join on my YouTube page as well, which is youtube.com/Innerstate, INNERSTATEJT. In fact, I'll pop it here in the, I guess it doesn't matter where I pop it because you might not see it. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to check here on my phone and see if we are officially live. And I'm not seeing it yet. All right, give me just a second here. We'll get this sorted out. Let's see if I hit go live here. All right, looks like I'm live there. And let's see what we got going on here on the YouTube channel, which should also be live. Oh, the joys of technology. Looks like I'm live on Facebook, so that's good. And I'm just trying to jump onto YouTube or see if I'm already going on there. Let's take a look here. Just go to my channel. Here we go. And it looks like it's saying live now with a few people watching. So let's take it. Oh, yeah. Cool. All right, we're good. Hey, guys. Sorry for all that BS. Just trying to get everything sorted out. As you can tell, I didn't shower or anything. I just got up and wanted to chat with you guys. So feel free to say hey or whatever. I am getting ready to share my first promotion that I'm going to do today. So let's take a look here. What's the best way for me to do this? It should be in the description. Should be a link. Let me just, yeah, okay. So the first 24-hour promo that I've got is up right now. And I'm going to basically just show you some of the stuff that's involved with this because it's pretty damn cool and I'm real excited about it. And I'm really going to be focusing on this a lot in 2019. This is my Transformation Station membership. So let me see if I can share my screen. Hang tight just a second. I know I can. There we go. All right, now I'm staring at myself. Share the screen. Okay. So here is the promo that you should be seeing. And this is my monthly membership, and there's 5 months worth of content in there that I'm giving people immediate access to. So normally that would be $37 a month times 5. I think that's $213 or something in that ballpark. So this is the first promo. It's only 20 bucks. You can jump in for the next 24 hours. This membership's kind of been in beta. So I don't have a whole lot of members because we've just been testing it out and making sure that this is like super awesome. So basically the way it works is we've got a spreadsheet that has over 100 different subjects on music production, all kinds of different aspects. And every month we take on a new subject and we dive deep into it. So what we've done so far is we dove deep into song arrangement, which we get really deep on how to really quickly and efficiently arrange your songs so you don't need to spend months trying to figure out exactly how to do that. And a lot of these trainings have more than video. Some of them have PDFs, some of them have bonuses, and loads of different things. So I really try to go really deep. The next training is the 8-bar loop to release track. That's over 6 hours of video over the shoulder of watching me take a simple 8-bar loop and taking it all the way to completion. And this track ended up being on my first #1 release. So it just so happened that I was recording the process of making my first #1 release, which is super cool. I also did a very deep dive into Ableton's operator synth. And then as a bonus, there's a sound design masterclass that my good friend Nick Maxwell did. And this really dives deep on what operator is capable of doing. So not only do we learn all the fundamentals and how everything works, but then we get into how to design really amazing sounds using the synth and also some extra effects. Another training we get into is building your fan base. So this is really how you can start building your own fan base and start actually making some sales and, you know, really have people interested in what you're creating. If you don't build your fan base and if you're not willing to market yourself, then it's going to be very difficult for you to go very far. You could certainly sign, you know, your releases to labels and that sort of thing. And depending on the size of the label, you can definitely start making a name for yourself, but you probably are not going to make any money unless you are just using that as kind of a calling card towards getting DJ gigs and things like that. And that's probably where you'd make your money. But in the Building Your Fan Base Masterclass, we get into how you can actually turn a fan base into paid customers. And then finally, and this is something that I don't normally suggest, so I went years refusing to do any training on this, but I decided to dive really deep on my my experience with mastering your audio. And I used to be a mastering engineer all the way back to like the year 2000. So I have a lot of experience doing a lot of mastering. Even though I get my mastering done by someone else now, because I personally really like the idea of someone else, another professional, giving my tracks a final listen. However, a lot of people are going to attempt to master their own tracks anyway, and I figured, well, I might as well teach you the right approach to doing that. So those are all the trainings that are in this Black Friday promo, so that you get immediate access to all this training right away. So this is, by the way, I'm going live now, and I'm going to be going live several times today, doing like little 1 hour here. Let me jump back over to my, I'll jump back over here real quick. How do I, oh, I guess I could just do that. There we go. Yeah. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going live several times, and I'm going to have like different promos. Some promos are going to be free. Some are going to be really inexpensive. And I'm just going to be giving loads of stuff almost away But what's going to happen is I'm going to go live. And if you're on the messenger, you'll get a quick broadcast that'll say, hey, for the next 30 minutes, boom, check this out. And it's only going to be available for 30 minutes because, I can't really give away the farm. It's not really fair for the people who have spent, a decent amount of money with me to like open the doors to all this stuff. So for those people who are on it, who want to be part of this throughout the day, this should be a lot of fun. So, by the way, if you guys have any Ableton questions, I will try to get to those. I see we are on the Facebook Live, so we got that going on. And Ilya Furno is on the YouTube saying, let's get it. So, yeah. If you don't see the link, let me know in the comments if you can't see the link to the stuff. But in the meantime, I figured I would kind of show you some of the stuff you're getting. So I can't show you everything really because there's a lot of downloads and PDFs and all this different stuff. But I can at least kind of do some needle drops into some of the video training that is part of this deal that is up for the next like 24 hours or something like that. It's going to close tomorrow at 10 a.m. my time, which is Mountain Standard Time. I live in Denver. So let's see here. Now, understand that you're probably going to be hearing the sound through the mic. So the sound's not going to be amazing. But I just wanted to give you some quick needle drops to kind of show you how deep some of the training goes. So let's go and do that stuff right now. So I'll share the screen again. And we'll go here. All right. So this training here, this is from the operator training. So this is just showing you kind of how operator works. The sound design is another thing, and I think it's like in a zip file, so I wasn't really able to easily unlock this to share with you. But we get pretty deep here into operator, because operator is like my go-to synth in Ableton, even though there's loads of great third-party plugins and that sort of thing. Operator is usually the first thing I go to because once you understand how to use it, it makes things so quick. So figured I would just dive in and play some of this for you. So hopefully you can hear this and let me know if you can't. And if you have any questions, of course, hit me up. But yeah, for 24 hours, you can get all 5 of my training. So my song arrangement training, the 8-bar loop to my first #1 release training, the mastering training, the marketing training, and what else do I get? And the operator training. And I believe there's something else too. I forget. So anyway, let's just needle drop in here real quick. Operator training. I'm going to try to simplify this synth for you guys so that you can put it to use and get a lot out of it. It's a very versatile synth. It uses FM synthesis, which I'll explain as we go through. But essentially what this synth is a 4-oscillator synth, meaning that it has 4 different wave creators. So basically like having 4 synths in one. And there's a lot of synthesizers that have more than one oscillator. But having 4 oscillators gives a lot of capability to make some pretty complex and interesting sounds. So let's go ahead and start with the first oscillator. And essentially what each oscillator is capable of doing is creating a simple waveform. So typically this is going to be a sine wave, a saw wave, a square wave, a triangle wave, or noise. And then there's user waves as well, which makes this synth even more versatile. But we'll just start here with the sine wave and go from there. So as I play these notes, let's just go ahead and jump ahead a little bit. The left, what we're getting is the wave that we choose on oscillator 1 is what's going to be manipulated by oscillator B, oscillator C, and oscillator D. So in this sort of configuration, you're not hearing each individual waveform. What you're hearing is almost more like if you plug a guitar into a guitar pedal, like a distortion pedal or what have you. 100% of that sound is being processed by the effect, right? In this case, you have A that's being oscillated by B, and B that's being oscillated by C, and C being oscillated by D if you go that far. That's essentially what this means, okay? As far all the same parameters. But for example, if I come up here and change this to a square wave, for example, as you can see, when I click back, this one's still a sine wave here, and up here is the square wave. So each one of these can be edited completely separately. The release time is when I let go of the note, how long it takes to go back to silence. And in this case, it's 50 milliseconds, so it's really quick. So basically here, guys, I really like to break things down without using a bunch of technical jargon. I like to make it human friendly, you know, so that you don't need to know all the buzzwords and things in order to get the type of training that I do. You know, I speak for humans. I don't speak technical jargon. I never have. And I don't think it's very useful. I think it's important for you to kind of create some of your own vocabulary that you understand so that you know what you're talking about when you have a certain goal in mind, a certain sound in mind, or whatever it is that you're doing. So that's the way I like to do my training is, you know, I don't try to sound smart by using smart words. What I try to do is make this easy enough that, you know, a fifth grader could learn this as well as an adult. So that's just always been my approach. Why complicate things? I think Einstein even said, if you can't simplify and explain something easily, then you don't really understand it that well. I'll explain the coarse and the fine and the fixed real quick. All right, so coarse is basically, if you bring it down, it's going to be an octave lower. So, and if you go up to 2, it's going to be an octave higher. And then as you go up from there, it's going to be a different set of semitones higher as it goes. So, what's going to happen is the softer notes are going to play longer and the harder notes are going to play less, like a shorter time. So let's turn the velocity down just a little bit. So hopefully you guys are able to hear this all right. Once again, I know that now if we go in reverse, it'll do the exact reverse. So minus 100. That the sound's coming through the microphone. Soft, then it's going to play shorter. And if I hit hard, it's going to play longer. So basically, it's just going to play whatever length here between the attack and the sustain time, and then it'll kind of run through that over and over again. If you set it to beat or sync, then you can set it to repeating by the tempo. So this is 120, so this would be like a 16th note tempo. Or 1/6. So for example, if I turn on the metronome, it might be a little easier to do 16th notes. Let me turn that up a little bit. C is oscillating B, which is oscillating A, and then D. Oh, that's right. This is a noise wave. I'll just change that to sine wave. So affecting everything or specific oscillators. or just affecting filter. And we'll try the filter out once I get into the filter parameter. So if we turn our amount up so we can really hear what's going on, I'll show you what the LFO will do to a simple wave. So you guys get the idea. So this is, I go really deep into all the different things in Operator. And then as a bonus, there is a 10 video series of sound design where we really dive into loads of sound design just in this one training. So this is just one of the several trainings that are up in the Transformation Station, which right now is on promo for just $20 instead of the normal $213 that 5 months worth of training would be. And the way that it works, you could join for $20, grab all this training, and if you don't want to stick around, then you can cancel anytime. Just email me and you can grab all this stuff for $20 and go. If you decide to stay though with this promo, even though this says $20 a month, the promo right now is actually $15 a month. So instead of the $37 a month that it's going to be when it goes completely public, you can be on board for $15 a month, and you'll get these deep trainings every single month. And we have a Facebook group where you can vote on the next training that you want to see. So that way I'm making sure that everyone is being listened to, that sort of thing. So it's a fantastic deal for just $20. And once again, if you want to continue the training, you can do it for just $15 a month and cancel anytime you want. Like I said, you could pick up all of this for $20 and cancel it immediately if that's what you wanted to do. I would urge you though to at least check out all the training to see the depth that I go into each subject, and then make a decision from there, because I think that you'll get a lot out of this. So yeah, with that said, let me take a look here. Yeah, so right now, if you're a member, as you can see here, we've got kind of a starter download, and this is just a bunch of tutorial videos to kind of get you warmed up. And then these are each month's trainings, okay, on each different subject. And every month we open up new training. So for example, with the 8-bar loop to finish track, which I'll show you in a bit, that also includes all the Ableton files, so you can check out every stage of me creating this full song from an 8-bar loop. And you can play with all the sounds and what have you. You know, that way you can see all the effects and all the different things. Once again, this is the operator training, and then we have the bonuses here, which are all the sound design training, all the marketing, you know, so building your fan base. I teach you a lot about how to marketing, and a lot about Facebook ads, and a number of other things that are really important. We get really deep into kick drum and bass production. So if you ever have problems, that's like the fundamental of your track. Is if you don't have the kicks right, and if you don't have your bass right, everything you pile on top of that's just not going to quite be good enough, you know, to play in the clubs and that sort of thing. So, so yeah, that's where we are at there. So let's jump in to the next subject, just to kind of needle drop and see where we're going from there. Let me jump over, just see if we've got any questions. Not seeing the screen share on Facebook. Oh yeah, you're not seeing the, that's really strange. You're not seeing the screen share. Why is that? I don't know why that is. That's really interesting. It seems, is it the same on all of this stuff? Yeah, I guess it's the same on all this stuff. That's a real drag. So let me do this for you guys. let me, I'm going to let you in on, how do I, I'm going to see if I can share this event link. So hang tight just a second, and I'll dive into it real quick. Broadcast live. What a drag! Technology can be a drag sometimes, apparently. Fast. Just trying to find the link here, see if I can share it. Hoping I can do that even after going live. Go to my dashboard real quick. My events. On air now. Here we go. All right. All right, so I'm going to put this, drop this in the comments. So here, join the screen share page here. All right, and I'll do the same thing in YouTube. There we go. So yeah, just hit that link and you should, we should all be in this together here. So you're seeing what I'm seeing. And jump back over here. You're seeing the screen of the screen of the screen, which is cool. No problem. All right. So, yeah, sorry about that. So I was going through the operator training and showing some of that. Now I'm going to get into which training. Well, we'll find out what training this is. This is an hour and 24 minutes worth of training.
Session of the Transformation Station. So hopefully you guys have gone through the workbook first before coming here to the video. So if you haven't done that, make sure to do that first. And how far you should go. Because just because you can go louder doesn't mean that you necessarily should, because that removes a lot of the dynamics in your track. And that's one of the big mistakes that a lot of people coming into the mastering game make mistakes. And it's also what many engineers get pressured to do because other artists look at mastering as a way to make things super loud, right? And the problem with that is that.
So this is obviously the mastering lesson, and I'm talking about not just mastering, but how to prepare your song for mastering so that you don't make the most common mistakes and try to like go for loudness right away, because loudness is not the goal here.
Mastering is.
So let's.
So a great mastering engineer understands what to do and what not to do with a mix. And another thing that's really important to understand is that both mixing and mastering are still subjective. Even though there's a way to balance the mix properly, every genre kind of has its own balance. For example.
So let me just kind of dive a little deeper. So I talk a lot about the subject of mastering and mixing, because mixing is the most important thing for you to really understand. If you don't have a good mix, then mastering just doesn't make any sense at all. So I dive into that, and then we get into the mastering. I use a tool called Ozone by Isotope, which is really great kind of all-in-one tool that you can use. There's other tools, but I use this to kind of give you guys a basic run through of all the processes and why and how and that sort of thing.
and then I will bring it back into a reasonable range. So let's start with this range here, somewhere between the 2 and the 3, all right? No big deal. So this is all kind of very subtle stuff. So it's just kind of hitting some of the peaks as we go. So
as you can see, I dive pretty deep into this in the mastering. I just kind of want to show you what's going on. And there's also a detailed PDF that I can't show you, but it's in the it's in with all the training. So almost all the training has bonuses or PDFs or some way, because the whole goal here is not just to show you stuff, but to actually give you actionable steps that you're able to use. As you'll notice here, it says download your transformation station spreadsheet here. This is a very important aspect of the transformation station. So I might as well just show you that. I'm going to download it myself right now. And as you can see, what we've got here, going across, we have month by month, and then going down, we have all different aspects to music production, right? So this way you can grade yourself at your starting point of where you think you are between a 1 and 10, right? And then each month, as we do our monthly upgrades, you can actually start checking things that you understand better. So that way, you know, in a year from now, you can check and take a look at how far you've come on all kinds of different subjects. And I find that that's missing in a lot of like memberships. It's like, how do you rate how much value you're getting if you aren't able to take a look at where you've come from and where you're going? So this spreadsheet is something that it's very simple, but I think very important for you to just, it's really good for your mindset to know that you're progressing every single month. So that's something that is included with this. You can actually download it for free without even purchasing, but my training obviously takes you really deep into each of these subjects so that you can properly upgrade yourself. But this gives you a good idea of all the things that you might want to have an understanding of. So regardless of whether you take up this really great promo or not, feel free to go to the page and download this. You know, it doesn't cost you anything. So, and it'll really just help tune your brain for music production. So hopefully that helps. Once again, if you're watching on Facebook or if you're watching on YouTube, you're not seeing my screen sharing, you're just seeing my mug. So hello. So if you want to see what I'm seeing here on my screen, then go to the Crowdcast link that I put there. For some reason, I don't know why Crowdcast is supposed to be able to broadcast properly to Facebook Live and YouTube. So I figured that that's what I would do, but it doesn't seem to be working properly. So I don't really know what the deal is with that. So just come over to Crowdcast and check it out. And I'll try to figure this stuff out before the next broadcast. So yeah, there is the spreadsheet. All right. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna broadcast right now real quick. Yeah, let me just copy this. Sorry, guys. I'm just want everyone to see what I'm seeing. So let me pop in the new link here. And on my Crowdcast. some reason, Facebook and YouTube streams aren't showing my screen sharing. So use the link. There we go. Pop that over and good to go. Sorry if that bums you guys out that you're getting multiple messages here, but I just want to make sure everyone sees what I see here. So yeah, this is from the mastering training. Once again, it's an hour and 24 minutes, plus there's a full PDF and kind of a breakdown so that I give you steps that you can look at if you're planning on doing your own mastering. Once again, I always recommend people get to the point where they hire someone else to do their mastering. It's good to have a second pair of ears. But since I know that you're going to attempt to do this anyway, I figured I might as well show you some of the proper steps to take. And here is from the kick and bass training that we get into. This is an hour and 48 minutes of straight up training. And yeah, I'll just needle drop this a little bit as well. And here we go.
A transient is a short duration sound that represents its attack phase. It's typically the loudest part of a sound, and it's the part that really helps cut through the mix. Greater sound. So a transient sound is often used as an added layer to give a sound more bite. So if we jump over here, what I can do is, let's just create a couple tracks here, all right? And this is going to be a little bit random here, all right? So just because I'm trying to move somewhat quickly, just to give you these examples as we go through. So I'm going to go in and try to find some kick drums, right? And if you want to preview your sounds, you just simply turn on this speaker here. That's just going to cut through the mix a little bit more, all right?
Here, I'm just getting into some layering techniques for kick drum production.
Square wave, triangle wave, and all the way down to the side.
Getting you familiar with different tones that you can create in Operator or whatever synth that you're doing, so that you can get the sort of bass sounds that you're going for. We start with the basics. Once again, I try to keep this very simple and straightforward, and then by layering simple things, we can get more complex. And you know that just gives you a really wide variety of things. Plus, in this training, I believe I share either my kick machine or bass machine tool, which makes it super easy to make the sounds that you want. So not only are you learning the sound design, but you're getting some great tools along with that in the bonuses. So yeah.
That's harmonics. So that cleans that up, and then when I add this, and what I might want to do is,
and sorry guys, I mean, obviously this is coming through the microphone. You're not hearing the actual sounds sort of thing. Obviously, if you were watching the proper videos, you'd be able to put on headphones and really hear some of those sub frequencies and what I'm doing over there. But once again, what we're doing here is just needle dropping, just to show you some of the 5 months of training that you can get immediate access to for just $20. So yeah, I don't think the deal gets much better than that. Normally it's $37 a month. That's what it's going to be when it goes live. We're currently in like a beta stage now. So if you pick up, even though the page says that it's $20 a month, which is a great deal. If you join today on the promo, you get all this over 200 bucks worth of training for 20 bucks. If you want to stick around, it's only 15 bucks a month. So it's less than half of what it's going to be when it goes public, which will be $37 a month. And once again, I'm really going to be putting a lot of focus in 2019 on the transformation station, because I really feel that learning each of these aspects in an actionable way and in a way that's easy to understand is going to help all my members more than giving just loads and loads of training without guidance. So that's really my goal here, is to create true guidance and allow you to really assess how far you're coming with the let's see, with the spreadsheet that I showed you guys earlier. So, yeah, so let me just continue to needle drop a little bit here.
Wires, let me change that real quick. The attack and decay, is it a fast attack? Is it fast decay? Is it slow decay? That's kind of woofing up with kind of a little bit of a slow attack. You know, everything's pretty much the same, only I pull out everything below.
So here, what I do is I go into like 5 different styles of music, kind of describing how the kicks and the basses sound, how you could recreate those. So kind of giving you actionable steps for different styles of music, just to show you not only how to do it, but how I break down what I'm listening to, and showing you how you can break down what you're listening to so that you can recreate similar sounds and that sort of thing.
60 hertz and moving up, so it's slowly coming in, and a fast release. And this is just a simple sine wave, like there's nothing really to it at all. And then what I do is I use a sidechain compressor so that the bass from this, the sub from this, isn't really interfering with the kick or the bass. The way you would do that is you could just simply drag this onto whatever clip you want, or you can highlight, you know, several parts here, right? And then over here, you can assign that to a certain groove. And as you can see, it's already assigned. All right. So let's see. We just wanted kind of a dirty sound. And then here, let's see what we did here. So I added an erosion, and what this can kind of do is add like almost an artificial sort of dirt on the upper frequency. So there's our sound. Play these two and get rid of these for right now. That real deep kick and kind of a fat low kick. But once again, I rolled off some of the sub there. Wise for techno. So let's jump over here and get into the kick. So that gives you an idea of how deep I go into each training. This is from the kick and bass training. Once again, the link should be around. Actually, let me make sure that I've got the link here as well. Yeah, hold tight just a second, and I'm going to drop the promo link. I think I've got the promo link here. Where is it? Yeah, there we go. Dropping it into Crowdcast. And once again, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, I just dropped a link so that you can actually see the screen sharing that I'm doing. Sharing some bits and pieces of the videos from my 5 months of Transformation Station training. Goes pretty deep in video training, plus PDFs and bonuses and tools and all kinds of stuff. Basically giving away 5 months worth of training for just 20 bucks.
and you get all of this immediate access to all this stuff. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop in. I'm just kind of hanging out here. This is some of the marketing training here to help you build your fan base and give you kind of an overview of how this sort of thing works. So let me kind of needle drop this. This also comes with a PDF and a lot of other training that I've added as bonuses to really help you dial in how to use paid promotion and also how to build your Facebook fan page so that people's eyes are on your music when you want it to be. All right. So we just kind of get into the process here.
You don't want to kind of share your B stock music because you really want to entice them up front. If you entice them with the really good stuff, then they will have more interest in purchasing full albums from you and so forth. To make that suggestion for you. Then once you've let them know that a promo is coming, then you kind of get a little bit more into the sales emails. And this is where you're kind of saying, the doors are going to open sort of thing. This is the day that this stuff is going to become available. Or, live streams of playing your music or sharing things that's more behind the scenes where, they're more like a VIP. And the last thing I'll mention a little bit about is messenger bots and messenger broadcasts. Now, Facebook Messenger allows you to kind of automate and communicate with your audience and set your interests of who you are.
As you see here, I get into the Facebook advertising and really how to set things up properly so you don't lose money, you get the attention, you get the eyes on your material. And that way, and how to just build your pages for more conversation and that sort of thing. Because the more engaged people are on your page, the better you're going to be able to sell your albums and your music to those people. So we definitely get into a lot of that. Let me just continue here.
So that's another pretty cool thing about using a messenger ad. Is it's almost like getting someone on your email, but this is actually more immediate as well. This here, there we go. Is a timer.
I get into how to build sales pages and product pages and landing pages and that sort of thing as well on here. I get into emails and how email is connected to your Facebook ads and that sort of thing, so that once someone kind of joins your fan group, your fan page, whatever, you can also keep in contact with them through email, which is great because you're paying to get their attention one time, but then your email allows you to kind of continue to keep their attention. As long as you're building a relationship, they're going to enjoy hearing from you. So that is really powerful stuff. I've got a good 15 years worth of understanding the marketing, the online marketing that I've done for my own business and I've done for my own music and that sort of thing. So I've got a lot of stuff to share, to really dive in, showing you how to kind of set up your pages where people can buy both your physical or digital products, and just so much more stuff. I share kind of how to create like a checkout page and that sort of thing. How to automate your posts on your Facebook page, just loads and loads of different stuff. So that's all the stuff that I wanted to share with you guys. Let me just go back over to my mug here. No, I don't want to leave the site. Let's get back. All right. And here I am. So yeah, I hope that you guys got something out of this live stream. I apologize to those who jumped on Facebook and YouTube and all they were doing is staring at my mug while I was staring at my screen, thinking that I was sharing the screen with you guys. So that said, check out the link at the very least. Just check it out. Once again, it's only $20. You get over $200 worth of really great training. It's really going to dial you in. Go there. You can download the spreadsheet for free, which I highly recommend that you do, because even if you don't grab this training, it's really good to each month kind of see where you're at and where you're going with your music. And that way you know how you're progressing and you know kind of where you want to go from there. So there you go. Alex, great to see you. Thanks for the comment. And I will talk to you guys soon. I'm going to end the broadcast. I think I might have to end it in 3 different places. I'll try to figure out a better way to go live next time. So hold tight just a sec. Probably the best way is I'll probably be going live on Facebook. I just wanted to go live on both Facebook and YouTube, but it didn't seem to work that well. So I'll jump on live again later and share some promos. Make sure that you're on my Messenger broadcast list. That will only be for people that have joined the broadcast list, and I'll be letting you guys know when I've got new promotions. And like I said, some of those promotions will be like 30-minute promotions. Some will be an hour promotion. So I'm just going to kind of jump and share and what have you. So enjoy, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.